The student I chose for my diversity action plan is a 7-year-old African female in first grade who lives at home with her parents and younger siblings. She moved to America 1 year ago from the Congo and was placed in the ESL program at school. Her parents only speak French, which makes reinforcing classroom concepts at home very difficult. However, they both do the best they can to understand what is being taught in class. The school she attends is a Title I school located in Concord, North Carolina. There are currently about 800 students at the school, and most students here receive free or reduced lunch and come from low-income families. The reason I chose this student for the Diversity Action Plan was because she is way below grade level in math and reading. She is basically at a kindergarten level, which makes it difficult to keep her engaged during whole class lessons because she just doesn't understand what is being taught. She does not know her number identifications, and until she masters this, she will not be able to understand addition and subtraction. This puts her at a disadvantage since most of the other students can count to 120, as shown on their progress report. In reading, she scored way below average on her Ames Web assessment with a score of 21, given a target score of 36. Most of the students scored between 45 and 55, which will give you a better idea of where she falls in the class. My goal was not to get her to the same level as everyone else, but to see improvement and know that she is learning the material being taught and able to move forward in school. After working with my cooperating teacher, we came up with the following academic goals. She will be able to say the beginning letter sounds of words and pictures. She will be able to recognize repeated phrases in Level A books. She will be able to use pictures to read words. She will be able to identify 21 numbers in 1 minute. And she will be able to represent any number 1 through 20 in one way other than the number itself. Because she struggles in multiple areas, she had both reading and math goals over the 2-week period. These goals were all applicable to the Common Core and Essential Standards and were relevant to what was currently being taught in class. This additional one-on-one instruction was necessary in order to keep her from falling too far behind. In order to learn more about her and meet her individual needs, I came up with the following cultural goals. I will learn how to accommodate students who are ESL. I will learn how to work with students who speak a different language. I will find out if she went to school in the Congo and if they have kindergarten or first grade there. I will find out what she calls certain items in the classroom, and I will learn how to work with kinesthetic learners. To practice the beginning letter sound in picture and words, we used Words Their Way and did a lot of picture and word sorting into the correct category. For identifying repeated phrases, I had her do a whisper read and had her point out every repeated phrase that she could find using a clicker, so every time she saw one, she would click it, and that's how I could tell if she identified the repeated phrase. For math, for number identification, we used flashcards, and we went through the deck, and I had her say the number as I flipped over the card, and for the first few days we did this untimed, and then after that I timed her and saw how many cards she could read in 1 minute. And finally, for number representation, I used manipulatives and had her practice telling me how many different ways she could make, like for example, the number 8 using manipulatives, and then after that, I had her draw different ways that she could represent different numbers. After completing her assessments, she received the following results. In reading, for Words Their Way, she matched 5 out of 6 pictures under the correct corresponding letter, and after reading a Level A book, she recognized 2 repeated phrases. In math, she identified 23 numbers in 1 minute and represented the number 8 using squares. What I learned from this diversity action plan is how much work goes into planning different strategies and activities to accommodate students with diverse needs. She was really fun to work with, and I enjoyed spending the extra time getting to know her. I'm happy with the outcomes of the assessments and look forward to working with her again in the spring.